I have yet another box of pennies to go through. I'm looking for copper for hoarding, wheat pennies. I'm hoping to get at least 2 pounds of copper and hopefully 10 wheat pennies today. That seems to be my number. Today, my pocket knife I'll be using is from the National Rifle Association. I picked up somewhere. And we'll get right at it. Oh! I have a 1956 wheat penny ender. How cool is that? An ender? Me? D. What a great way to start there. Let's see what else we got. Using my new magnifying glass. I love it. $19.82 already. I finally ordered some more $half. I got a couple boxes ordered. I'll pick up later this week. Maybe we'll start getting lucky again. There's a little bit of silver in here. Haven't found much lately. I go to banks pretty regularly and ask if they've got any halves. I'll get a roll or two or a couple of loose ones here or there, but haven't gotten any silver. Another 82. Well, that roll, thankfully I got the wheat penny out of it because it didn't yield much else. Once again, I'll turn it off here and start going through it, and when I find stuff, I'll bring it back and show you what I found. Here's something you always love to see when you open a roll. Right there. That's cool. 10 cents. Just made a 9-cent profit there. Just a few rolls back, I found a 1944 Wheatie. And this roll, I found another. Let's see what year it is. Is that another 56? I do believe it is. 56D. That's a third. Pretty good. Just a few more rolls in, and we have found our fourth Wheatie. 1953D. I think that's an 81, but I'll set it aside. That's an 81. Copper. 80. Copper. 74. I've been looking at several of the coins for the oddities, but I haven't found anything. Just never know when you might get lucky. Well, I'm halfway through the box. I'm getting a pretty good amount of copper. I got 5 wheat pennies. I found a really rough 58. You can't even tell, can you? And my dime. My 82s. I haven't even gotten a Canadian yet. I think I got 10 Canadians and even another foreign or two in the last box. So we'll keep looking. Hopefully I'll get another 5 wheats too. I finally got my first Canadian in 1974. It is copper. I'm also at 7 wheat pennies. Pretty good copper tonight. I was just glancing at eBay, and I saw someone sold 48 rolls of copper pennies, and after the shipping, he offered free shipping. I figured up the person made about $14 or $15 profit. So it's not a ton of money, but even today, if you save it up and you need a little money, you can sell it for a premium. I mean, that was $14 over the face value of the pennies. So he collected them up, sold some, and made profit. So that's pretty cool. Would you look at that? I came across this penny, and somebody had scraped at it, and it's once you get the copper look off of the outside, it's a very tinny look to it. So I thought I'd try it myself just to see if there's anything odd about that one. I grabbed an old knife and did the same thing. Huh, I never even realized that. Interesting. I didn't get my 10 Wheaties. Only got 8 tonight, 1944 up to 58. I was at 8 with 20 rolls to go, and the last several that I found were all face up, so I didn't do a reveal with you of the year, which is what I really enjoy doing. I did get 8. I got my dime. I got 1 Canadian tonight. Super, super fine 1975. That's a sweet coin there. Tonight, though, I did get 3 pounds. This is a box I'm adding to. I already put it in here. But I got 3 pounds and 1 ounce of copper tonight. I've only been getting about 2.5 pounds, or a little bit over 2.5 pounds. So to make up for the Canadians I didn't get and whatnot, I did get extra copper tonight. So that's pretty cool. Interesting story, kind of. In 1985, I went to Canada. And while I was up there, just for the fun of it, I went to the bank and bought a couple of rolls of Canadian quarters. I think the U.S. currency was about 20% higher than the Canadian dollar at the time. And I went through the quarters and I found a considerable amount of U.S. quarters. I don't even, at the time, I don't remember if I got any silver Canadian quarters or not. I was mainly doing this, just curious about how much U.S. currency I would get. And I got several dollars worth. And so I figured up how much time it took me to go through those 2 boxes. And I figured out that if you did that for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, you'd make about $35 a day, which is about $770 a month. In 1985, you could have survived on that. That's not even talking about maybe finding silver and any other oddities in the boxes if you were consistently finding the same amount. I just thought that was pretty interesting back then. I've been in this coin roll hunting thing on and off for a long time. We'll see you next time. I have gone through quite a few boxes of pennies here recently, and it's just in case you're wondering how much you think you'll find, I have consistently been getting 2.5 to 3 pounds of copper in every box, along with some wheat pennies, usually between 5 and 10, usually a handful of Canadian pennies, most of the time they're copper, and a few other assorted foreigners here and there. Just wanted to let you know what to expect in a box of pennies.